baby, it's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap for you, boy. Good morning, good morning, world. It's your girl, Dominique Spinelli. I don't know who I was good morning to a second ago, but it's a wrap for you, boy. All right, let me show you the fit. We're gonna do it quick. I got an OOTD. OOTD stands for outfit of the day. I got one of those dropping later. But fit. Let me tell y'all, the body is half of the outfit. Every time. The body is half of the fit, okay? Today it are the awards. So I'm getting out of here a little bit earlier. Just so I can, freshen up for the awards tonight. I'm quite excited about those. I'm turning my mic on. There we go. Now I can really hear myself when I say, and it's gone, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. You did wrong, so wrong, so wrong, so wrong. So just baby, it's a wrap for you, baby. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for you, boy. I'm not even singing to nobody, but like it's stuck on my head. I'm not singing to nobody. That's where I'm at. It's a wrap for this week. It's a wrap. Yeah. All right. Mariah Carey gonna do it to him every time, okay? Pin game crazy. And it's a wrap for me, okay? I'm almost done with this news for today, as far as writing news stories for the week and the weekend. Your girl has been on one. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the Lent season or what it is now. I've had my own situations in this season, but as far as my work game, girl. Yeah. All right. What else is going on? Like I said again, if you guys want to volunteer at the senior citizen prom, I'm gonna be there. We're gonna turn up with the senior citizens. I'm very excited about that. But tonight is the awards. I can only take life one day at a time. I plan for the future, but as far as like, oh, what you about to? No, one day at a time. And right now, in this moment, we're gonna lay this news down. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the job at hand. Let us begin. Good morning, Mayor. Not you pleading the blood on the line. Amen, Mayor. I know it was the blood. Yo. All right, let's lay this news down. Whew. That was okay. Tennessee Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally announced he will not seek re-election, ending a political career that has spanned nearly 50 years inside the state capitol. McNally made the announcement on the Senate floor, describing the decision as difficult. The Oak Ridge senator said he made the decision to step down and not run for election due to health. Lieutenant Governor McNally was elected Speaker of the Senate by his colleagues in 2017, making him the second highest ranking official in state government. I almost laughed there. I had to catch it. Okay, this one should be. Lottery players across the nation still have two big jackpots to play for. After multiple weeks without a grand prize winning ticket being sold, tonight's Mega Millions drawing has grown to $458 million. A single winning ticket in tonight's drawing could opt to take a lump sum payout of $212.4 million before taxes. On Saturday night, the Powerball drawing has increased to $238 million. Excuse me. I got it. A single winning ticket in this draw could take the cash option payout of $110.9 million before taxes. Both lottery games are played in multiple states. Who am I? I had the mayor on my live. It's a good day. It's a good day. I hope I see you at the awards tonight, Mayor. That just made my whole day. That just made my whole day. All right, let me get these sounds up. Okay. All right, we're good for the next two. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. The third annual Sports Card Show is Sunday at UT Martin University Center. From 8 to 2, a sold-out room of vendors will be set up displaying sports cards and other collectibles for the benefit of hundreds of athletes in the Special Olympics. Upper West Tennessee Special Olympics Area Director Clinton Smith tells Thunderbolt News more.
Last year we raised $3,300, which is great. Hope to raise a little bit more this year. We'll be giving away some Ty Simpson autographs on his football cards that we have. Ty's graciously signed those for us, and he will be giving away 10 or 15 of those. Just come out and you know, if you collect sports cards, if you used to collect sports cards, and maybe you got some at home, you don't know what they're worth, bring one up and let's look at them, and we can tell you what they're worth, and we can sell you some sport cards. You can, you want to come trade with somebody, I'm sure they'll trade with you. Come on in, bring your kids, bring your family. Come on, let's have a good day. And we'll have a silent auction, also some door prizes there as well.
The mission of the Special Olympics of Upper West Tennessee is to provide year-round sports training and athletic competition for children and adults with intellectual disabilities. Dr. Smith says the Special Olympics has more events planned this year.
Well, we have several throughout the year. We're participating in state basketball this year. We're going to send a team from Henry County. We do our state track and field weekend in May at Lipscomb University. We just take 10 or 15 athletes for that. In the fall, we will go do bowling. We took 2 athletes this past year to do state bowling. I had a flag football team from Henry County who won gold. They won first place. They actually beat a team who hadn't been beaten in 5 years. And that team is going to the USA Games. The team they beat is going to USA Games, so we beat them. So that's pretty cool. And we do several things throughout the year. We have all ball, our 5-week baseball season in April and May. All of them are MVPs. All of our guys are MVPs. Everybody's an MVP with us. But locally, we have Garrett Denning. Garrett's one that has gone to USA Games before 4 years ago now. So he's very involved. Carson from Huntington, who also was very involved as well.
Let me bring the sound down on that because I blew my drums. Okay. All righty. Okay. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration have announced the voluntary recall of select cottage cheese products due to possible health risks. The affected products were sold between February 17th and 20th under the Great Value label at Walmart stores in 24 states. Those sales also included Tennessee and Kentucky. The products are being recalled because some of the liquid dairy ingredients may have not been fully pasteurized. This could pose a significant health This could pose a significant health risk, especially to the young, elderly, and those who are immunocompromised. The FDA says no illnesses or hospitalizations have so far been reported in association with the recall. Right here. Okay. Commission members, city mayors, and other city representatives were in attendance at, that's my fault. That one was my fault. And that's okay. Just fix it. That's like, that always reminds me of like my grandma. When something spilled, she'd be like, pick it up. Like, don't look at it. You know, something spills, you're like, oh my gosh. It's like, no, stop the spill. Right? That one always reminds me of Nana. Commission members, city members, and other city representatives were in attendance at the kickoff meeting of the Weakley County Master Plan, with West Tennessee Planning at UT Martin Wednesday. Right there. Cut it, clean it up. Nice. UT Martin Chancellor Dr. Yancey Freeman opened the conversation with his blessing.
Be honest about the challenges, be ambitious about possibilities. The most effective strategic plans are rooted in reality, but driven by vision. This is our chance to shape what the future of Weakley County can look like, not just for today, but for the next generation. As a chancellor of what I consider to be a major institution in this state, I get to work with young folks. They keep me young, relatively young. And what we do is prepare for the future of this county, of this state. I'm so excited to have this here at UCM. Welcome.
Planner at Gresham Smith, Ian Preston, led the conversation.
This is not going to be a plan that'll tell you how to spend your money. It'll be a plan that makes recommendations on things that you want to spend your money on and how you get there. Two, the places where you would get your revenue, think places like the state. There are also a lot of other private companies, developers. Kubota Tractors even has you have to have certain population thresholds to be even in it. You're in a completely different category for applying to those, so that's great. Those are all data driven. They only want to give their money to places that have data that supports what their goals are. They don't want to write a check to a community that's going to use it for something else. What will come out of this will be data. And then you can use it to approach whoever you want for whatever you want to put in your budget for next June.
Weakley County Commissioner David Hawks made comments about the county's ability to fund these potentially planned projects.
We had about 32,000 people. We got about 35,000 now. So we've had a little growth in 52 years, something like that. Our total budget for the county this year, counting federal state money, is $91 million. This little county, $91 million. We got 932 miles of county roads. If you just did chip and tire on county roads, it's roughly $75,000 a mile. If you did that, instead of taking a 7-year turnaround, I took a 10-year. I was going to give them 3 extra years. Just to do chip and tire, 10% every year would cost you $6,990,000.
This is resurfacing the streets or something.
Just chip and tire. That's just county roads. That ain't city. That's just county. Our budget alone right now for the highway department is less than that. So when you talk about funding from the county level, we get very little sales tax. The cities get sales tax. We get very little. We got 2 avenues. Property tax, which we just had to raise last year for the first time in 12 years, and wheel tax. And we can't even raise wheel tax until we get permission from the legislature.
They had to raise the county tax when I moved here. I said, golly. Ian Preston says that just having the data is a step in the right direction.
Your friend, and we're
First time in 12 years.
Sounds like you're on a budget. We're familiar. The recommendations are going to be written by us, but in the voice of you. You're not going to come back to this room in 12 months and see anything that's going to be a surprise, because you will have held this private from you. This is a very iterative process, and I think my last point is I would love for everything that you said to be presented to the steering committee so that we can document it and all of our team members know exactly what you need.
I think that's gonna be my 5 o'clock because it's so long. Okay, this one I'm gonna rewrite here for tomorrow. Haha. Honestly, y'all, whatever you do every day, like, keep doing it. Just keep doing it. I know that I get paid to be here and show up, but at the same time, I'm learning something. And it's like I'm watching my own progression. Like, the fact that I knew that one of the articles that I read earlier today can be an article for the weekend people tomorrow. And I knew exactly where to cut it and all that. I couldn't do that 4 months ago. I wasn't thinking about that. I was just trying to write news for today. And how was I going to write that news? Like, so it's really nice to be prepared and then to see my own progress and how my mind is changing, right? I love that. Hold on, Miss Cindy is sleeping. Oh, golly. You know, we usually wave at each other. Okay. Okay. Let's start. 20-year Tennessee Army National Guard veteran Tasha Bowman has been named a semifinalist in Miss Veteran America. Not your traditional beauty pageant, Miss Veteran America is a national competition that recognizes women veterans who continue to serve through advocacy, leadership, and community engagement during and after military service. Miss Bowman tells us.
2012.
I bet I didn't have a
It looked like, I used to be a pageant girl,
of space.
and I was like, oh, this looks like a fun pageant. I was in the military, I can do this. And then I find out that it's not really pageant, but advocacy. And so learning more about the program itself makes me want to be an advocate. Even if I'm not running for anything, if I'm not in pageant form or whatever, I want to help those women. And I want to make sure that every veteran that has ever served has a place to call home.
Mrs. Bowman tells us, my bad, y'all. I don't know if she's married. I don't know how that R got in there. And it's never assume. What happens when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me and the station. That ain't what you want. Okay, let's try again. Miss Bowman tells us about her advocacy platform to end homelessness among women veterans.
Fastest growing population within the veteran community. There are over 2 million women veterans in the United States, and women currently make up about 17% of the active duty military. That percentage continues to grow every year. Women veterans are more than twice as likely to experience homelessness compared to non-veteran women. Women veterans are one of the fastest growing segments of the homeless veteran population. And over 70% of women veterans served by Final Salute, Inc. are single mothers. About 80% of women veterans do not receive health care through VA, which means they are undercounted and underserved. Just because you don't see her sleeping on the street doesn't mean she isn't homeless. Many women veterans are couch surfing or living in cars with their children.
As a part of her role as a semifinalist, Ms. Bowman will be fundraising on behalf of Final Salute, Inc. to provide safe housing, financial assistance, and supportive services to homeless and at-risk women veterans and their children nationwide. She will compete in the Miss Veteran America National Semifinal competition scheduled for June 13th and 14th. If selected to advance as a finalist, she would compete in the final competition on October 11th. Okay, just cut this so it's clean. All right, let me just write that down. It's the competition dates. Miss Veteran. I liked her, y'all. I met her yesterday when I took the interview, and she was very nice. 13th and 14th. She was nice. You could tell her heart's in the right place. I'm actually going to write her name in my book. Tammy Bowman. Because I'll call her again when the date gets closer and, just reconvene. And I will say, when I met her yesterday, I was a little overwhelmed, so I had to, come down before I went to go see her. But she was understanding. She understands the hustle and the bustle of this thing. She's actually a dispatcher, a local dispatcher. So she gets it. She gets it. I'm like, Tasha, Miss Tasha, because, she's a veteran. 20 years. 20 years. All right, y'all. I've got so much news today. It's great. I guess I was really long-winded with my stories, it seems. Which means I don't have to lay all these down. So this is the last one I'm going to do about the... I'm actually going to do this one last. Okay. Last story. An agricultural waste-to-energy facility is coming to Western Kentucky. Governor Andy Beshear announced the Green Energy Park's $142 million investment in Carlisle County. The faculty will convert locally sourced agricultural byproducts like corn stover, livestock manure, and distillers' grain from Kentucky's bourbon industry into natural gas and food-grade liquid carbon dioxide. When fully operational, the facility will employ 20 people. The plant in Arlington will produce 1.47 million British thermal units of renewable natural gas annually and process approximately 575 tons of agricultural feedstock per day at full capacity. What? There we go. What? All right, come on. Where'd you leave off? Full capacity. Okay. The Kentucky Economic Development Finance Authority approved up to $900,000 in tax incentives based on the company's investment of $142 million. If annual job creation metrics are met. Nice. Very good, very good. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm done with this. I've got more than enough news to record forever. I've got 2 more here, and I wrote both of these, so I'm going to say no. Okay. Okay. And this one, I'm going to rewrite that. This has to go on the website. Okay. All right, so that's it for my news today. Like I said, y'all, I'm going to the award ceremony tonight. I'm excited, and I'm just trying to get through my day in the best way, in a happy way, in a non-caffeinated way, and it hurts. But that's all I have to say about that. I love y'all. Be great. Have a great day. Bye.